All right. Few finishing touches. What's the lock on now? All right. Just want to do a quick sound check. Want to make sure everything is straight on my end. Sound check. Okay. Damn. Shit was loud as hell. All right. One last thing. Salakia. Okay, hey, Khan, the Watermalak audio is good. All right, boom. All right. Shalom. Shalom, shalom, Yasharala. Peace, Israel. Welcome to another lesson. All right, I brought this up. The lesson is edifying. All right. First and foremost, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shemiel Shai. All right, in the Hebrew tongue. All right. Kol halayim la abba nawa, alahaya nawa, Yahweh, bahashem, Yahweh Shai, bahashem, warachahak wadash, Shabbat Shemayim. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Warachahak Wadash, Shabbat Shemayim. All right. So in ancient Hebrew tongue, right? What I said was Kol Halayim La, all praises to, all right, Abba Nawa, our Father, Alahaya Nawa, our God, Yahweh, which the world ignorantly calls God, which his name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, which means he is, he exists, he to be. All right. Bahashem in the name, Yahweh Shai, all right, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, which his name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai, which means he saves, he delivers. All right. Bahashem in the name, Warachah HaKodash, and the Holy Spirit, Shabbat Shemayim, which art in heaven. All right. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All right. Bless you, Yahweh. Bless you, Yahweh Shai. All right. Bahashem in the name, Warachah HaKodash, and the Holy Spirit, Shabbat Shemayim, which art in heaven. All right. I'd like to also give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well and teach well. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. For you sincere Akim or Akwav that tune in, or that should come across the lesson afterwards, I brought this out that this lesson is edifying and exhorting unto you. All right, this lesson is coming to you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemiel Shai, hopes to edify the flock. I brought this out. All right, so you see on the title there, right? Uproars of the people. All right, now I'm gonna share the screen real quick so we get to jump into this article real quick. Ooh, right there. All right. So it says King Charles, France visit postponed after pension protests. All right. Now I'm gonna unplug the mic, and I'm gonna go back to the stream, y'all, so y'all can be able to actually hear the video feed. All right. So let me know if y'all. All right. Can the brothers still hear me? I'm just gonna wait for a little bit until one of the brothers answers real quick. All right, calm, the water, brother, the water. Damn. All right. So let's see. See that, right? This is all happening right now in France, man. Right? Uproars and basically riots, sedition among men. All right. All right. I just replugged in the microphone, so I brought this off. You guys can hear me. Baba Shak. The brother, give me another thumbs up if you can hear me through the mic. Con, you brother's funny. 2 thumbs up. Con. All right, so So let's dive into this article, man. All right. It says, reading the title again, right? It says King Charles France visit postponed after pension protest. All right. It says King Charles the Third state visit to France has been postponed after a request by President Emmanuel Macron, Downing Street says. All right. The president said we would not be sensible and would lack common sense to go ahead after union caused a day of pension protest during the visit. The trip to Paris and wherever that says, had been due to begin on Sunday, but both cities were caught up in the violence on Thursday, some of the worst since demonstrations began in January. So literally, they've been having uproars of the people since January, man, and now it's getting worse. All right, that their president or somebody that was actually going to visit France that was of a high political stature, he had to postpone it, man, because of how wild it's getting out there, man. I saw the video, man. All right. Now I just want to, the link's in the description if y'all want to go look at this, take a look at it. But just getting straight to the point with it, I want to grab the scriptures so we can dive in, so you guys can understand. Like this is what's coming. This is what's happening in these latter days, man. And this is only just the beginning stages of it. All right. So opening up, all right. I'm gonna grab the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 1. All right. It says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come." All right. Perilous times shall come. Times that are troublesome, hard to bear. All right. And that's what's going on over there in France. And honestly, that's what's going on around all these other countries, man. They're having a lot of sedition among men, uproars of the people, man. All right. All these other nations. All right. And here in Babylon the Great, aka America, is really, really minuscule, man. But in these latter days, right, in the near future, it's actually going to get increasingly worse, man. All right. It's going to get really, really bad out here, to the point where people are going to be killing one another just to eat, just to get by, just to, just to do it. It's going to get bad out here. All right. And I'm going to actually grab that too. But let me grab the book of 2 Esdras, chapter 9, verse 1 through 4. All right. It says, he's answered and then said, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the sign past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Right. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushai spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. All right. So going into it, right, it says, measure thou the times diligently, man. And how do we do that? We use the prophecies as a measuring stick, man. Right. Whatever is happening in the world, we filter it through the scriptures, and that's our measuring stick to know what kind of time we're in, right? To be able to, to discern, like, okay, this is definitely all part of the end times, man. We're in the latter end of this thing. All right. And that's how we usually do it, man. We literally see what's going on in the world, whether it be through these news articles, right? Or whatever brothers that are pushing out information. We literally use the scriptures as a measuring stick, man, to see where we are in prophecy. All right. And then it says, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, then shall thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So yeah, this is how we know, man, that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is truly visiting the world in which he made, man, because literally now you see other worldly calamities happening, man. Right? You also see, strange things happening, man. In China, there was this, it rained fish, it rained worms, right? But there was also fish, spewing out in the middle of the desert somewhere in Saudi Arabia. All right. Then you got the drought that's happening, or that happened, and the river Euphrates is literally dried up, man. All right. This is how we know, man, we are at the very latter end of this thing. All right. And Tawada Abi Yahweh Bashem Yahushua for giving us this vision, man, this to be able to discern what times we in, man. And we are diligently, diligently doing this work, man. At the end of the day, diligently seeking certain articles, lining them up with the scriptures, having them filtered out so we can push forth edification. I brought this up so we can warn our people like, yo, look, this article, these scriptures, we trying to tell you, we trying to warn you. And even then, man, we show you the proof within the scriptures, and it's to the point where you still don't believe. All right. And that's the scary part, man, because that just goes to show you that Yahweh Shemi Shai has truly blinded you, man. You cannot understand or comprehend everything that we're saying, all right, via the words of Yahweh Shemi Shai, all right, because you're not confused with what we saying. You're confused about what Yahweh Shemi Shai's words say, all right? It's not us, it's you, and it's because Yahweh Shemi Shai blinded you. That's not to say that Yahweh Shemi Shai won't be able to wake you up, later on down the line. Maybe you need to be in your right mind or something. Maybe something needs to happen to you where you need, I'm not sure. Something happens to you where you be brought forth into the truth. But at the end of the day, as of right now, 2/3 of our nation, man, our people, they cannot understand that we are in the times where it's about to get real hectic here. And honestly, within that article, man, how they're having sedition among men, right, in France, it's gonna happen here in Babylon the Great, aka America, but beyond belief, man. All right, beyond belief is going to happen on a very much greater scale, man. All right. Now I want to grab the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 12. All right. So the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 12, it says, "And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold." So literally, since they're protesting over there because of their pension, right? They're not able to get it anymore. All right. They're protesting to the point where, if I'm not mistaken, I was also reading in it that via the protest, certain people were being killed, man. Certain people did die. All right, and you saw the fire department have to putting out certain fires. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was the Capitol building, right? So this just goes to show you, man. Literally, in these latter days, and this is honestly only the beginning. This is only the beginning, and a lot of people are still, still stuck in that mindset, like, oh, well, that always happens, man. Look, that'll pass. Everything's gonna be back to normal. All right, that is literally entirely not true. All right, entirely in totality of the fucking not the truth. All right, look, the end of the world is literally at hand, man. All right, we are literally at the latter end of this thing, and literally, you have to understand the signs of the times we're in, man. All right, you have to understand, because look, it's only going to get worse. And if you keep saying that, well, I need to see it to believe it, then it's going to hit you right in the mouth, right when you least expect it. And that shit going to hurt. That shit going to hurt you, because then you're going to be like, yo, they was telling the servants, the prophets of Yahweh Shemi Shai were telling us the whole time. All right. Then, we just going to hit your ass with fucking Ezekiel 33 and 33, man. Lo, when this shall come, then they shall know that a prophet had been among them, roughly paraphrasing. All right, you're gonna understand, man. You're gonna understand, like, yo, we wasn't lying. There's no need. We're using the words of Yahweh Shemi Shai, aren't the words of Yahweh Shemi Shai faithful and true? So you can't get mad at us. We just the messengers, man. All right, can't get mad at us. All right, jumping down to verse 21. All right, it says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time," man, to this modern day and age. "No, nor ever shall be." All right, so literally, the times that we're coming into are very crucial. All right, it is very imperative that you so-called Blacks, Latinos, Native Indians come back to Yahweh Shemi Shai. All right, serve Yahweh Shemi Shai in truth and sincerity, fear and trembling, before some sort of utter destruction cometh upon you, man. All right, because literally, we're coming into a time that's literally going to be so great, and not great in a good way. Great that's far beyond anybody's mortal comprehension. All right, because we still in the beginning stages of the famine. All right, the pestilences, the wars and rumors of wars, right? The so-called natural disasters, man. We're only in the beginning stages of that. How much more so in the near future, man? When all hell do break loose, right? How much more so then? Because it's probably going to be beyond worse than what it is now. I'll tell you that. And a lot of people are going to be like, yo, now we need to read the Bible. I feel like certain things are, no, now you need to read the Bible, but we was telling you the whole time. All right. Let's lock you up. Let me see. Let's see what the brothers got on the comment board. Oh, look, bro, I was about to grab that too. That was literally my last one. Might as well grab it in the GNT. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna grab this from the brother, but I'm also grabbing it in the KJV as well. Bear with, let me get there real quick. Well, okay, Khan, right there. All right, Khan. See, he has all of them on there. Okay, Khan. All right, so I'm gonna read the KJV first, right? This is the book of Second Esdras, chapter 15, verse 14 through 19, and this is the KJV version. And then I'll read what the brother put up, the GNT. What the hell? Okay. I don't know why the computer's tripping, but all right. All right, reading again, the book of Second Esdras, chapter 15, verse 14 to 19. All right, it says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction, Salakia, destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands." Were they not doing that? Literally, there was people literally grabbing the barricades, the barriers, literally, and throwing them at the damn police, right? They shall not regard their kings, their princes, right? It tells you in here, man. All right. It said, this is verse 16. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power." All right. "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation." And literally, if you think about it, the fact that these people are, they're really upset because they don't have their pensions no more, right? They're not going to be able to, to pay for certain things. That's literally the beginning stages of having this famine over there happening, and also poverty in general. All right, just poverty in general over there in France. All right, because literally, if they have the lack of funds to be able to buy certain things, and honestly over there they're doing it too, where certain crops and fields are actually being sold off and actually destroyed. Man, they're actually burning them, and that's in France. So how much more so here? Because they've been doing that shit here in Babylon the Great, aka America, beyond belief, man. Factories, plants, warehouses that hold food, selling the damn farmlands. Look, this is all happening right before your eyes, and everybody's still blinded to see that we're just in a peaceful time. Everybody still believes that shit, but no, man. Look, we are in a time where literally you're gonna bug the fuck out from everything that's literally happening. All right. Especially the fact when, you ain't got no food to eat, man. Literally, our people, so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Indians, man, you don't eat for a few hours and you're already tripping. All right, they have no idea that it's really about to be a real mandatory fasting out here, man, 24/7 too, because you don't know when your next meal is gonna come. You never know. All right, but at the end of the day, right, sticking to the topic. That article, man, literally, there's people throwing shit, and honestly, that was just a fraction of the damn video that I saw. All right, because it actually ran from the daytime to the nighttime. They actually had a whole feed, all right, and it was happening the whole time, even during the morning time when they were pulling the dividers away. They were actually throwing them at the cops, actually hitting the cops. Look, they were doing that shit in China too, man. They were whooping that damn cop's ass with his own, right shield and shit. They were actually beating his ass with that shit, man. Look, these things are happening around the world. All right, just because it's not happening on your block, down your street, in your city, whatever. Look, that doesn't mean that these scriptures are not coming into fruition, man. All right, because look, it's going to happen here in Babylon the Great, aka America, but on a much greater scale, man. On a much greater scale. All right, best believe, because this is the sinful kingdom, right, pertaining to Babylon the Great, aka America. That scripture where it goes into that the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom. I shall wipe it from off the face of the earth. That's going back to the book of Amos, chapter 8, chapter 9, verse 8. All right. And it tells you that literally that this is the sinful kingdom, man. Babylon the Great, aka America, and also 2/3 of our nation, because literally we're the only ones that can truly sin, right? Hebrew Israelites, right? So-called blacks, Latinos, Native Indians, right? So literally 2/3 of our nation are literally the sinful kingdom here upon Babylon the Great, aka America, because literally they have taken, heed of Esau Edom's wicked ass ways, and they don't want to turn to Yahweh Shai, so they have to be wiped off the face of the earth too. and be brought forth again in the kingdom of heaven through the loins of the elect, man. All right. So let's see. I'm gonna grab the GNT version real quick. All right. So this is the Good News translation of what I just read. All right. It says the world and the people in it are doomed. The war that will bring their destruction is very near. Nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations. It says there will be great political turmoils, right? And that's happening right now, man. Great political turmoils, man. All right, because what? Now they're not gonna get how we call it over here, the fucking the 401k, right? Their pensions, right? They're not getting that over there no more. All right. It's been relinquished, it's taken away, man. All right. And that's caused what? Great political turmoil, because now these niggas all went to the damn, the Capitol where these niggas passed the bills and shit, and they were going crazy, striking, all right, throwing shit, whooping niggas ass. Literally, I think it said 3 people died or 3 people were killed. Could have been a lot more, honestly, but hey, this just goes to show you, man, you have to take heed to the signs of the times we in, man. All right. It says with one group trying to overpower another and gain control while ignoring the legitimate government. And that's what they're doing, because their government, those policemen, their military, they're coming to detain certain people. They were literally fighting back, man. They were resisting the whole time. All right, resisting the whole time. All right, verse 17, it says, for Salakia, there will no longer be free access to the cities, because the struggle for power will bring destruction, terror, and total confusion wherever people live. Driven by famine and terrible suffering, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions. So that's what's literally happening right now. And this isn't the first time we brought this up, man. This is the first time that we brought out many articles about how there's sedition among men. All right, how these people are literally, bucking up against their rulers, man. All right, against their kings, their princes, man. All right, they're the municipalities, right? The municipalities, they're their local governments, right? And then the local and then the military itself, right? The actual regular government, the actual head over there. All right. So literally, this just goes to show you, man, that literally we are in those times where you just need to understand, like, Yahweh Bashmi Shai is literally sanctioning all of this, man. All right, he's the one that's sanctioning all, and he's also trying to get the minds of the people to be like, look, this is happening over here. Look, this is happening over here. I'm doing this. Take heed. Look, don't be so high-minded and think, oh, well, that's happening over there. It can't happen here. Don't be so high-minded, because it's gonna happen here, right? The scriptures even tell you that, though it tarry, wait for it shall surely come. It shall not tarry. Roughly paraphrasing, it tells you that, man. Look, the scriptures tell you that. So literally, at the end of the day, it behooves you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Indians to get right with Yahweh Bashmi Shai and serve him in truth and sincerity before all hell breaks loose, and you're just gonna be utterly destroyed. All right, you're gonna perish in the day of vengeance, man. All right. Let's see. Oh, Khan, the brother put it up for me. The water brother. Let's see. All right, Khan. So yeah, look, that's all the scriptures I had to bring out. I'm not trying to make the lesson too long, and not trying to ramble on either. But I brought this out that the lesson was edifying, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Warachahak, Wadash, Shabbat Shemayim. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone that rule well and teach well, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. For you, sincere Akim or Aqua, that shall tune in, I brought this out that this lesson is edifying and exhorting unto you. All right. Closing out with DTA, Abad Babal soon, Kwam Yasharala. All right, DTA, Death to America, Kwam Yasharala. Right, rise, Prince of the Power, Abad Babal, destroy confusion. All right, because Babylon the Great, aka America, is a confused ass place, and it needs to be destroyed, and it will be. All right, because it's biblical prophecy. Shalom.